But the reality is.
Alright, so I just finished measuring out some brown rice. That'll be my carbs for the week.
On that path.
Meal prep. What is meal prep? I said that earlier. I got to do my meal prep. That's meal prep. Basically, I know a lot of bodybuilders that do like cooking. Or let me rephrase that. There are a lot of bodybuilders on the internet that appear to enjoy cooking because they post meals on here that, man, meals that look better than I had when I lived at home with my parents or when I was married and had a wife. Maybe they're just getting enough money from their sponsors and their winnings that they have a chef. I don't know, but some of these competitors have beautiful meals, but I don't. I'm a little more old school when it comes to that. I basically eat the same thing over and over again all day, every day. I get boneless, skinless chicken breast. What is this called? Ground beef, red meat, hamburger meat, and fish. This right here is tilapia. This is fish. It's boneless, skinless chicken breast. Let me get this stuff in there. Alright, so I got the brown rice. Now, like I said, I'm not a chef. I don't know how to cook. There's instructions right on the bag of basically everything.
And there's all kinds of little tricks and methods that people talk about.
And looks like I basically just yield. Yeah, I put way too much rice in there.
Being able to perform and being able to keep your life on schedule and being able to keep
it says it'll yield 6 cups. I put 6 cups in it. So if 2 cups yield 6 cups,
none of us can afford to have a life that
6 cups will yield 18 cups.
Or a life that is basically controlled by our emotions.
Yeah, I'll eat 18 cups. I'll eat 18 cups of rice before it goes bad. Let me see here. A quarter cup of this rice is 35 calories, 4 grams of protein. This is brown rice, whole grain rice, whole grain brown rice. That's what you want, whole grain brown rice. Anything whole grain. If you're gonna eat bread, you need whole grain bread. If you're gonna eat pasta, you need whole grain pasta. It's easiest for me the way I do it, just to make it easier for myself so I don't have to think too much. Because this is not easy. I don't know how many times you've watched a bodybuilder video or a fitness video where they've said, this is not easy, this is not easy. I just watched one of those CrossFit videos yesterday, and Katrin David's daughter said, this is not easy. Or maybe it was Sarah Sigmund's daughter. I think it was Katrin. She said if it was easy, everybody would do it. And that's true. I mean, if it was easy, we wouldn't have an obesity epidemic in the United States. I think pretty much every country that is predominantly white people has an obesity problem right now. So I think that might mean that white people are predisposed to laziness. But besides that, and despite that, if you want to be fit and healthy, this is what you got to do. You got to cut out, I've said it before, all the white bread, white pasta, white rice, all of it. It's done. It's not even, shouldn't even be part of your consideration anymore. You should never even consider it. When you see it, you should know. You should think no. You got to remind yourself of that. It needs to be brown rice or quinoa. Quinoa has a little higher protein content than rice and a little lower carbohydrate content. But this is organic quinoa, so it's completely unmolested by our manufacturing system, that produces most of our food products. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 cups of this. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 cups of quinoa. I put 6 cups of rice in there. It's gonna be a lot of rice. That pot's probably not even big enough, as a matter of fact. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 cups of quinoa in here. This way, when I'm ready to eat, all my meals, all my food is already cooked. Prepare it all at once. I wanted to do this last Sunday, and I went all week with no food. This quinoa's got 6 grams of protein, 28 grams of carbohydrate, 2.5 grams of fat per quarter cup. 160 calories per quarter cup. Where is the stinking camera? Should it not be right there? Is it over? So, I have no clue where this camera is. Right here someplace. But it's definitely not focusing on that. Huh. Well, I was trying to show you the nutritional values, but it will not focus on this. So, get to take my word for it. This is very healthy stuff, quinoa. It's got a little more protein and a little less carbohydrates than brown rice, but it's got the same amount of calories. A quarter cup of brown rice is the same amount of calories as a quarter cup of quinoa, but quinoa has higher protein and lower carbohydrates. Alright, for vegetables. Now, when you're on a strict nutrition plan, when you're not allowing yourself to eat potato chips, you're not eating fried food, you're not eating bread, you're not eating potato chips, you're not eating candy, you're not eating, any you know what you're not eating. You know the things you shouldn't be eating. You're not going to drink soda. If it's not water, you're not drinking it. If you get hungry in between meal times or at night before bed when you normally would sit down and have some ice cream or have some cakes, those cakes you can buy or whatever, you can't do that when you want to be fit and healthy. You can do it once in a while. What's that called? In moderation. But if you want to have a fitness model's body, the more you can struggle, the stronger you can fight that urge to eat those things, the better it's going to be for your body. If you can go 2-3 months and be strong enough to not have that cheat meal or that whatever, then that's going to help your body look better. What you can eat, though, all you want is vegetables. Frozen vegetables, not canned vegetables. Canned vegetables are full of sodium. Sodium makes your body hold water, raises your blood pressure. Sodium, now when I was bulking, sodium was a little bit of a concern, but not nearly as much of a concern as when you're trying to get lean. When you're trying to get lean, you don't want any foods that have any preservatives in it. Basically, if you can bring it home and cook it in the microwave without cooking it on fire first, if it doesn't have to be cooked in the oven or on the stove first, if you can take it home and just put it in the microwave or take it home and just eat it, you can't have that. That's not part of your diet. You need to have fresh foods, which fresh is better. If you can't get it fresh, it needs to be frozen. This fish was frozen, this chicken was frozen, this ground beef was frozen, these vegetables were frozen. Now, I cooked these vegetables yesterday. Because I got hungry and I hadn't cooked yet, and this is 8 cups. It filled this whole thing. I ate some of it. That's 8 cups. I took this bag. The ingredients in this bag is carrots, green beans, corn, and peas. Are no preservatives, no chemicals, nothing. The only thing in this bag is vegetables. You could go walk through a garden or a farm and pick these vegetables off the vine and eat them. When I've had a garden in the past, I would do that. Green beans, I don't know. I don't even like green beans, but straight off the plant, I love them. I love them. You can eat all the vegetables you want. If you want to sit down and eat this entire thing, this is 400, and this is about 500 calories, this entire thing. This is so nutrient dense. This is full of vitamins, micronutrients. It's got 0 fat, 10 carbohydrates per serving. So got 110 carbs in this entire box, and 2 grams, 0 carbs from sugar. All the carbs are from fiber, which is what you want. It's healthy. And 2 grams of protein per serving. If you like broccoli, if you like cauliflower, if you like whatever vegetable it is that you like, I love vegetables actually. I like asparagus. I'm not too sure there are any vegetables I don't like. I like Brussels sprouts. Normally green beans are my least favorite. But whatever vegetables you like, get these mixed vegetables, cook them, have them sitting in the fridge. When you start dying because you want some potato chips, or you want a Snickers bar, or chocolate chip cookies, or brownies, or cakes, or whatever them little cakes are they sell at the store, or Bear Claw, or whatever. When you start just having the cravings for that, get your vegetables out, warm them up in the microwave, and eat them. And at first, it's gonna. I mean, for me, I eat these and I taste sweetness. I taste sweetness, and there's no sugar in it at all. Oh yeah, there are 3 grams of sugar, 3 grams of fiber, 0 added sugar. So there's a little bit of carbs from sugar, but it's completely natural sugar. It's not processed sugar. So when I eat these, I taste the sugar. When I drink water, I taste the sugar. Because I haven't poisoned myself and built up a tolerance by eating and drinking all that nasty junk that everybody eats and has been eating and drinking their entire life. You can eat all the vegetables you want. When you sit down, you want a candy bar, get your vegetables, just start eating them. Eat the vegetables. Eventually, you'll have so many vegetables in your stomach, you won't even want the candy bar anymore, whatever it is that you normally eat. Get the vegetables you like. Do not put butter. There's no butter, no salt, nothing. You can put spices on here. If you like spices and stuff, you can. I don't know how to use spices. I don't care. I don't mind eating them like this. I enjoy the different tastes. That's why I get the mixed vegetables. And when I get hungry, I might eat 2 cups of this rather than a candy bar. 2 cups of this is 90 calories. And I already looked them. I just told you what the macro count was. So you can eat all the vegetables you want. When you get hungry and it's not meal time, when you want a snack, when you want chips, eat vegetables. Don't eat fruit. Don't eat fruit. Fruit's full of sugar. Fruit makes you hold water. It makes you look fat when you're not. So, you go ahead and I'm going to bake this chicken and the fish and the burgers. It's nice to cook on the grill. It's just easier with the video to just do it right here on the kitchen counter in the oven. I got this boneless, skinless chicken breast. Yes, fat, a certain particular amount of fat is part of my diet. But what I will do is I'll get a pair of scissors, which I just had laying here. Alright, there they are. And this fat, this extra fat here, I'll cut that off. If I can see it, I cut it off. There's still fat in there. I can't get every single little piece of it. But this is my main energy source. My main energy source is fat. You can choose to between carbs and fat, depending on how your body reacts to the different macronutrients. It's your call. Do you want to rely on fat for your energy, or do you want to rely on carbs for your energy? And I basically am actually not even relying on. Last night I was talking about doing 40% protein and 30% fat, 30% carbs. After I woke up this morning, 195 pounds. Now I ate breakfast, went to the gym, ate my second shake, and I weighed myself after the gym, and I was back up to 200. So that was most likely that was just water weight. Depending on how big you are, you could lose 5 to 10 pounds in a day just from the variations in your water consumption. So a 5-pound jump isn't that big of a deal. The fact that I went to the gym, ate a couple times, and was right back up to 200, that's a really positive sign for me. And I'll just cut this fat off of here. Just because it's there, I can see it, it's easy to get it off, so I get it off. If it's, a piece of it that's just really difficult, I don't go over this thing like crazy. I'm just cutting it off because it's easily accessible and I can get it off. If it was more difficult, I'd just leave it. Most of it will probably melt off while it cooks anyways, honestly. And this is already boneless, skinless, so it's already been stripped at the factory. They went through and the machines went through and stripped the bones and the skin out of this chicken. So a lot of the fat already got removed during that process, but I'm just cleaning it up a little better. And now this chicken was processed through a plant because it is boneless, skinless. I'm taking a little shortcut because, like I said, I don't enjoy cooking. I don't enjoy how long it takes to prepare food. I just want to get in here and get done with it and put it back. And eat it or whatever. So, but my point is, sink is full of dishes right now. Processed, so there's some reason, even though it's frozen chicken, I was looking at the bag, and it does have quite a bit of sodium in it. So what we want to do is we want to get some of the sodium out. So what we will do is get a colander like this here and put the chicken in there and rinse it all off and let the water run through it. And this will rinse the salt out. This will rinse the sodium out. You can do the same thing with a can of tuna fish. A can of tuna fish is also something that I eat a lot of. I think I've mentioned that to you guys before. How come that thing won't focus on there? It just will not focus on it. Can't see anything. Well, anyways, this is a can of tuna. 90 calories in it. 20 grams of protein. 360 milligrams of sodium in this can. You don't want 360 milligrams of sodium, not if you can avoid it. If you can rinse, you can put tuna in a colander. I have a better one. I have this yellow one with these little tiny holes. And this metal one actually works best with tuna. Put the tuna in there and just rinse it off and let the water rinse all the sodium out. No way of measuring how much sodium is still left in it after that. But I know for a fact it's less than what we began with. So I'm just rinsing this chicken to get what sodium out that I can. If I wasn't making a video, I'd probably do this a little longer. But I am making a video and I want to get done. I'm starving. I'm going to have to eat some of this tonight. I'm only cooking, looks like 5 chicken breasts here, but I'll have to check the macro content of each breast. I think it said 4 ounces, had 45 grams of protein. There's no carbs in meat, and there should be some amount of fat. Now here again, most people cooking chicken would, I found some fat right there. Probably season it up or something like that, but, you know, I could put seasonings on it, but I don't have any clue what it's going to taste like because I've just never been a chef. I've never really cared about cooking. I spend 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day in the gym. You know, I like to do active things. I like to go out and do active things. I don't like standing in front of the kitchen. But what I'm going to do is just be a cheater. And this is not something that you should do because another thing you don't want is you don't want to eat sauce. No sauce. Anything that's got sauce on it, Italian food, ketchup, mustard, any sauce, you don't want to eat it. If you want to get ripped, you don't want to eat sauce. Nothing. If it's got sauce in it, you don't want it. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to brush a little barbecue sauce onto this. Even though I just got done telling you don't want to eat anything with sauce, I'm just going to brush a little bit of barbecue sauce on this chicken, because I'm sure it'd be a lot better if I knew what I was doing, if I seasoned it and everything. But I'm not that concerned with it. I don't really care if it tastes good. Eventually, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I've got, what do I got going on here? I've got chicken, fish, and burger. And I'm going to have to eat every 3 hours. I think, yeah, I got to eat 3,500 calories for maintenance. So I think if I eat a maintenance diet right now, I'm going to maintain my muscle and burn my fat. I might drop 500 calories, but I think for the most part, maintenance calories, going hard, doing weight training in the morning, and then either CrossFit or body pump in the afternoon, or it doesn't matter what time of day. Just 2 workouts a day, 1 weightlifting workout, weight training workout, and 1 CrossFit or body pump workout. And that should burn the little bit of fat that I've got on me, and I shouldn't lose much weight because my body should be able to keep up. I won't be running at a caloric deficit. I'll be running at if I am at a caloric deficit, it'll be very minimal, and my body will burn the fat, and it will be able to maintain the muscle and even build the muscle at the same time. So I put the barbecue sauce in here. I got this little brush thing, and I'm just gonna brush it on the chicken. I might not even end up being able to taste it. I don't know. You know, I didn't have a chance to let it marinate in there, but then at the same time I don't want it to marinate because that's gonna put even more sauce in it. I basically am just putting enough sauce on each of these just so every now and then my tongue will just get a little different flavor, like, oh, you know, just tasted that barbecue sauce. Otherwise, I'll just be eating chicken breast with no flavoring or seasoning on it at all 5 or 6, 7 times a day. I'm going to need more barbecue sauce. I'm going to have to eat every 3 hours